This is rolling.
All right. I'd like to call this meeting to order. This is a special meeting of the City of Jefferson, Texas Planning and Zoning Commission. I've been out of the country for the last month, so I know a lot has transpired since I've been out. So when I've been kind of following this through, some of the tapes and some of the meetings and such. So I asked Hugh if it would be possible for the entire P&Z to come out here to just gather the facts and just take a look as a group. A lot of times issues come up due to lack of communication. So I thought it would be best for all of us just to talk to you, Steve and Peg, about what's changed since the permit was approved, and really not to get into any kind of this is not a personal attack on anyone. It's just that, I guess the way I understand it transpired is y'all started to build it, y'all changed some things, and then the neighbor brought it to the attention, and that's why the work got stopped. It was different than what was approved on the original permit. And so I just wanted to come out here. Everybody out here can get the same information to you guys at the same time, so there's not like, well, Steve said this or Peg said this, and there's back and forth. I really would like to diffuse the situation. Let's keep this professional, and maybe we can come up with a recommendation to the city council that everyone can at least be satisfied with.
Yeah.
That's where I'm coming from.
Okay.
So I guess what I'd like to start with really is Hugh had put together a list of questions for you guys, and so I'd like for Hugh to read the questions. Y'all give us your best answer, whatever y'all have prepared. And then we may want to be asking a few additional questions just for some clarification or any additional things that we might be able to get from you guys while we're here.
Okay, sure. My question is this. Where did the questions come from? Who brought those questions?
These were all various things that came up based on both the original permit, the addendum, visual, public comments from city council meetings. So all of these came out of those things.
So let's back up. And what is the legal standing for any of this? The legal standing.
The city has the right to require building permits.
It can require it
by ordinance. They can, as in their ordinance. They also have the authority.
Well, we never got a copy of the actual permit.
Oh, that's lovely.
You submitted, and they should have sent you a copy of the approved version.
Yes.
Yeah.
She's got it.
So y'all don't hand out permits?
We do not. No, the city administrator, the city does that.
You are supposed to hand a permit so they can be on site.
That is, the city does that.
That's the law.
Planning and zoning is an advisory board to the city. We review the permits, ask questions, or applications, ask questions, and the like. Make a recommendation to the city council. Council then does an approval or makes their decision, and then they notify you that it's approved or whatever their decision is based on what you submitted.
Now,
that's what they do here.
The council is supposed to come to you for approval, right? That's why.
Not the way we are set up.
Not the way we're.
Oh, so you're different than normal law.
You're different than every other city.
We're an advisory board for the city to review
Just,
permits and make
fine,
recommendations.
That's fine.
You stated something about an ordinance. You have that in front of you?
I can pull them up. Yeah, there's.
But what was the main reason we want to know is what is the reason for the stoppage?
The stoppage was what was submitted and approved by council is not what was being constructed.
You just said
the neighbor then notified us.
The neighbor notified us, and that's what brought this to our attention.
Right.
Let me read the law to you. If there are no code violations, a neighbor complaint alone is not legal basis to stop construction.
The basis is he's building something that was not approved by the city council.
You approved it.
No, we did not.
That's what I'm saying.
It is substantially different than what was approved.
Okay, did y'all come back and say, hey, this is in violation?
Yes,
Yeah.
I was brought by.
Where is that?
And saw that, and then the process for the city is to notify the police department, for they are code enforcement.
So how are they code enforcement? They do criminal law.
The city of Jefferson, the police department is code enforcement.
Can you get Tino over here?
We're working on doing that.
Because there's a total difference between code enforcement and law enforcement.
I understand that. He is the code enforcement officer for the city of Jefferson.
No, he's not. He is not
The
a code
police
enforcement
department is the code enforcement.
officer. So
for the
you're
city of
telling
Denver.
me he's got training in building construction and
No.
code
He is not
enforcement?
an inspector. He is code enforcement.
So who come over here and inspected this and said it's not legal?
Well, when you submitted, what was submitted was a 12-foot high wood framed structure.
No, wood leg.
One leg.
Wooden structure. I have it in front of me.
You want me to read you the laws on the material?
They
It don't matter.
care.
Material does not matter.
And the
You can
height
change
doesn't matter
material.
anymore.
The only thing it didn't change is the structural integrity of the building. It's actually better.
What was submitted was new construction with 6x6 treated posts anchored into concrete, framing to consist of 2x12 and 2x6 treated lumber to include a gutter system, roofing to consist of steel and/or composite roofing. That's what was submitted, reviewed, and approved by council.
Okay, let me show you. Let me tell you what the law is.
Of
What
the
matters
same
in
sex.
building code isn't material. It's whether the change still complies with the construction standards. That's the law.
So where did you get that from?
It's Texas state law. If you got building codes, you have them. This is Texas state law. It's construction codes. Educate yourself before you start doing this. Because I brought my
Section 8,
certification just to let you know I do know what I'm talking about.
Section 1882, to answer your question, Steve, on the ordinance, Section 1882 of City Code, which is available on the city's website.
Is that the year it was?
No, that's the section and number.
1882.
18-82.
Hope not.
No building
Well,
or
hey, you know,
Well, it would
nobody
surprise me.
nobody has done this in the past. This has
Yeah.
only come up in the last year?
structures have been
Oh, come
reviewed
on.
by
Come on.
council has been issuing building permits
So,
for some time.
but the main complaint is because it's raised a little.
It's a different than what was submitted
But if you're
to
going
be
on,
approved.
material, you're screwed on that part. I'm just gonna tell you.
I mean,
It's higher.
It's higher.
It's higher. It's
But there
on our
is no,
property.
y'all do
It
not
affects
have
nothing.
a height restriction because I've checked it myself.
the city currently does not have a height restriction.
Exactly.
You
So
are correct.
You are screwed again.
We're not talking
No.
about height.
We're not talking
We're
about height.
asking questions
It's
because
because it's different
Why are you even
than what
asking
was
questions?
approved.
They didn't do anything wrong. There's nothing wrong because you got one neighbor that doesn't like the way it looks.
And they don't
You
live
can't
there.
say
Doesn't
she changed.
matter.
You
I
can't
mean-
say they changed the water route because that's a
Well,
concrete
personally,
barrier
you know,
all the way down
What
there.
we also recommended to the council
So-
is to grant you guys a variance based on your setbacks, based on the information that was submitted to us.
Yep.
The information has changed.
The setback didn't change.
The setbacks didn't change.
It didn't change. We just went straight up, and
That's
that's
it.
And-
That's it.
To get it over the roof
And
line.
change the material.
and change the material.
Okay,
Different,
so
a
that's the only
different
thing you
type
got.
of structure
You are
being
screwed.
It's
built.
better material, and it's
And you know
higher
what?
by
It's actually
Here-
in her favor because if anything was to catch on fire, that's a metal building. That's a fire break between that and her house.
All right,
So
can
here's
we just,
where
can we
this
just go
boils
through the
down.
Do
questions?
y'all wanna
So-
ask our
Get-
contractor
get on-
questions?
get on the-
I would
get on
like
the
to run through the
questions.
questions.
Our
Yeah,
If
can
we
we
can,
run
get
through-
answers from there. If not, we can adjourn and convene separately. That was the recommendation of the city. So the overall, what was submitted on the addendum was the overall height of the RV shelter to be 16 feet.
No,
That's what was submitted on the addendum.
16 there, 18 there.
Right,
It slopes this way.
I understand that. But it never mentioned the 18.
So it went 2 feet higher.
So
Originally,
there's
I think
no
we were
regulation.
So
gonna
it
bring
will be
this way.
18. It's 18 is the overall height of the structure.
Yes, sir.
The highest point
At
of
the
the
highest
structure.
point.
And remember, these are questions that were raised not specifically by us, but I'm sure it came up in council. Everyone's just trying to get clarification on
All
what
of
this
it.
is.
Yep. Highest point, 18 feet.
Let me move
Okay.
his,
Lowest point, 16.
I don't want that to get
So
hit.
that's a clarification. 'Cause your drawing had
guess
one
it's okay.
thing.
The
Your written
addendum-
documentation had something else
Put in an addendum.
that only said 16. It did not have 18 feet on it.
I don't have anything with height regulation
I
either.
believe his picture over there that he's got that we submitted says 18 to 16.
Right, but it's a discrepancy between when you say that the overall structure is 16 feet and then your drawing shows 18. So which is correct?
What's the question?
It doesn't say 16 to 18. It just says 16.
Either way it goes, y'all don't have a height
But
code.
the second drawing,
They
It
can
is
raise
to
that
be
thing as high as they
consistent.
want to. You
The
can't do
issue
nothing
is
about
to
it.
get consistency, so we all know we're talking on the same thing.
the 18
Yeah, there is no watershed
and
there.
16
Property
is
is
written on it.
It's written on the drawing.
Let's
Yes.
keep the conversations
But
focused on
your
this, please.
addendum,
Oh, come on, the picture has that. Call that a typo. For crying out loud.
but it still needs to get clarified.
Okay,
That's all
see,
that is
You're
to
gonna nitpick,
clarify.
we're gonna nitpick right back.
We're
son.
not trying to nitpick. We're
Okay.
trying to get so we're all on the same page.
Well, you're opening up for a lawsuit is what you're doing.
Oh, Mike, please, no. That's for me to say.
Yeah.
What
You're right. I'm
one
sorry.
of the questions that was raised is what sizing of guttering was going to be used on it.
It was on the original 6 inches. It was on there.
It just said guttering. It just said guttering system to be. It says to include gutter system. It didn't say
6 inch.
size.
guttering.
It's a 6
Standard
inch.
6 inch guttering.
Okay. Are you still planning to move the water via French drain to the back
No.
and release it?
Not anymore.
Not anymore. Okay. Where is that intended to go now?
Same
Right
place
where
it's
it's always
gone.
where it's always been. We will
years.
have a
That way.
downspout that comes off of the guttering and then right down and out where the existing guttering off of that garage back there already is. It's just gonna go right back to the same place that all the other water goes anyway, because it's all going that way. All the yards are going that way. So it doesn't matter what we do, it's the same amount of volume of water is gonna go that way.
None of
We
it
can't
sheet-
do
none of
anything
it
about-
sheets this way.
No,
Pardon me?
None of the water sheets this way.
no.
Well, only probably from those red bricks up there,
I know.
because this starts to drop. And then it'll go this way and out, because there's water that goes that way as well.
We know you, since you're not doing the French drain, the next question, the number 6 question about SWEPCO doesn't matter.
Yes, that SWEPCO came today and put that in. It's 4 feet underground. SWEPCO did it. It's to their code.
Just verifying.
Is it a separate, do y'all have a separate meter for this structure?
Got 200 amps on the garage.
200 amps on the garage,
Yep.
okay?
Yeah. So you asked for a 1-foot variance, and I see it looks like the construction, the uprights are about a foot off the property line. How far will the overhangs and all be for the gutters and all of that?
That's a Sam question.
Yep.
Hi. Hi, Sam.
Whenever it's finished out, the 6-inch gutter will be 2 inches from property line above.
It'll be 2 inches from the property line. So that's inside the variance request.
Yes, that is inside.
Our
inside
property
But
the-
but you still asked for a 1-foot variance, so that's why.
So you said it was a 2-inch?
From the fence, we don't have, do y'all have an updated survey on this property?
They should have one.
The fence line itself is on our property
Okay.
line.
Fence line's on the property
We're
line.
2 inches
Yes,
from
it
the
is.
fence, and I guess the fence and that 1-foot concrete wall, I guess is all on the property.
Yeah,
so
now that was previous owner put the concrete and the fence in.
Yes.
So
Okay, so you're inside. You'll be at the end. The finished product will be inside the 1-foot variance request. So really, you need a narrower variance request than what you originally submitted. Yes? No?
Well, that actually depends on the survey. Is the concrete wall on this property, or is it on the neighbor's property?
Is it on the
well,
city
here's the
property?
other deal. The plats of property, her property, her house is right on that, on the plat line.
Okay.
It's right on. In fact, it's over that onto ours. I'm just saying.
I'm
The
thinking
plat
it's
is
your
one
board
thing
and
and a
1 foot
survey is
over.
another.
I don't even think that we're gonna
There's
be
so
anywhere
many
near
copper
property
rods
line.
down
We're going
inside
from the
here. There's
concrete
no
wall.
telling where the property line is. It's Jefferson. It's just always been weird. What is this right here? That's gas lines. What's that for?
That's the gas line.
Well, are we putting in new gas lines, or there's gas
They're-
lines for
they're
something?
Probably when they come out and do the utilities, they mark everything.
SWEPCO probably did
Yes,
that.
SWEPCO
Is
probably
there
did.
anything going to be built back here or something that I need to be aware of?
We don't have
We
any
haven't-
building
We have no
permit.
knowledge
No.
on that.
Nope.
Do we?
Do you have a building permit from me?
No. Are you going to build something back there, or want to, or whatever?
Who knows? I might.
Well, they didn't give them a building permit, so.
this is showing
I haven't
is
applied
that
for a
that
building
fence,
permit. I
Not
haven't
gonna
applied
have
for
any
one.
what
commercial
Steve was
property
saying,
anywhere
the
near
flag
it.
is over
Not
here
a-
in her
underground
house.
work going on.
Commercial.
You can do
Our
that,
1
but,
foot
you
that
know,
we pulling off
That's
is
not what
that,
we're
that
talking
fence.
about. That's got
But
nothing
we
to
will.
do
Like,
with
I'm thinking property
telling
line's
you.
gonna be way further
Because I'll
over.
follow
Alright,
up.
good.
Without,
Should have
I mean,
seen
without a
it.
survey though. I
That's
mean,
what I'm saying.
yeah, I
Do you
mean,
have an
He has-
up-to-date survey?
He
No,
has
we
one.
don't.
They do.
If they have a survey,
They
that
do.
would be what would have to be looked at. I know there's this is flagged in the back,
Mhm.
which is in line with
It's not a violation.
the fence line.
There's no violation of anything.
So,
All they
I mean,
wanna
I don't
do
know.
is
We, you know, that's,
satisfy the neighbor.
So right
Don't
now,
know.
all we
I'd
can
like
do
to-
is
I
assume
could
that
care
the
less about
overhang will be
satisfying
within 2
themselves.
inches of the property line, although the property line has not been, at this
Determined.
time, is determined and established.
correct.
That's all we can say.
That's all we
And
can
then
say.
how far will there'll be no fall off, is what you're
Now, there
saying.
will be there'll be no watershed from here onto that property at all, not a drop.
Okay.
Now, all of the water that falls on the concrete and runs that way for however many years it's been doing is now,
Right,
instead
that's
of
a
falling on the
different thing.
concrete, it's gonna fall on the metal roof and still go in the same spot.
Okay.
The downspout from the shop there in the corner has dumped water right there in the corner for I don't know how many
Right
years.
underneath the fence.
We're taking that roof, going over that, catching the water, putting it in the downspout and dumping it on the exact same spot in the ground.
Okay.
Nothing's changed as far as
Other
watershed.
changes on that.
We're not changing any water direction, watershed, no way whatsoever.
With the lean-to roof, you didn't change the water direction.
I would say you
Well,
are,
no,
you are,
no,
That's
con-
where it's
It's
going to end
all-
up with once they collect
Yes,
it.
it all runs right
the
to
watershed
right-hand
hasn't
side.
changed, but they are concentrating the flow of that water
Concentrating
to a
it.
downspout.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
that'll,
They're still both impermeable surfaces,
yeah.
but now the water is being
Consolidated
consolidated
instead
to a
of
downspout.
distributed.
Yes.
Okay.
Exactly. And the downspout is
We're
going to
number
be where
8.
the other downspout was. All the shop
one we've been talking
gutter
about.
that has been dumping there.
All right, Hugh, what's
This
the next,
shop
thing
Number
was-
9.
what's the next question?
What's the distance? I'm in front of this camera.
You're okay.
I'm so sorry.
That 9 doesn't matter too
I
much.
didn't realize it
One,
was
just
on.
as a question, based on the drawing that you had submitted, where's the you said that the carport was 100 feet back on the property? Where's that 100 feet start at? Because I think, of course, again, it's wherever the front property line is, but that's why I was, because if it's measured from the street, you might be close. If you're back up here, it's probably not.
On the
I mean,
drawing, it says
Right here
street.
where the bricks are.
Somewhere,
right
it was just a question
I'm
for
not sure what the point of the
clarification.
question
I
was.
don't either. What's the point of that question?
It was just a question to clarify because the setback's okay. It's just that was raised.
Yeah. Don't worry about it, Sam.
And we already answered 10 because you're going to be
100
over on
foot.
that side.
Street, 100 foot
Um,
building. I mean, that's what you got.
That's
the
all
first time, right?
I had on these.
Oh,
All right,
I didn't bring
I'd
the
like
old
to
one.
ask a couple of follow-up
Did not bring
questions.
the old one.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Sam,
Oh,
Hang on.
wait a minute. Tracy's
Sam,
gonna
I have
ask.
some questions for
Yes,
you.
sir.
I'm a registered structural engineer in Texas.
Mm-hmm.
And that's
Have you had an engineer, is that piece of structure been reviewed?
Yes, it is.
Structural engineer?
Mm-hmm. They were quality builders out of Queen City. They have their own.
Stamped any structural drawings for it?
No, they don't have any.
So there's no load calculations for
No,
uplift
they
or
don't
anything
come,
like
the
that?
package, the building packages does not come with that, they do all that in-house in Queen City, and send you the package.
Okay.
And they don't send that stuff out here to the job site. They're the ones that determine on what size I-B, what size purlin, what size, tube, all that stuff is done in Queen City building. And, the package is put together and sent to you per the size of building that you want.
Okay, so what kind of roof material are you putting on these? Is metal?
Aluminum.
Raised.
R panel, 100 foot from the street,
Right.
per the deal.
And how is the R panel being attached to the structure?
It's gonna be put on with screws, just like all metal
How,
roofs are.
how many screws per inch, screen per foot, or whatever?
There will be 3
Are you
per
kidding me?
sheet or
Is
per
that-
4 foot.
Is that called out in your engineering drawings?
Yes, it is what they send. It is what they send. They send the amount of screws that you need per foot and everything. From 4 foot center,
I've
you get
worked
3
with
on
them
every
before.
3 foot sheet. You get 3 foot this way, 4 foot that way.
How does he attach his
Yeah, he
column?
does. I've worked with quality metal before.
Attached to
They're
the
pretty
slab,
good
or
at
can
that.
be stored in each foot?
No, there's no structure. They're 3 foot. They're loaded. There is nothing attached to that slab. That's corner. That won't hold nothing.
I know, that's why I'm asking. So you did pour it into.
Yeah, there's 36-inch footers up underneath every one of them.
They need them.
Anybody else?
Anybody else any questions?
I've got
carport, that y'all, I know y'all had at one time a carport here. Was that in the same location as the black beams are? Did it go over, your driveway? Like,
Yes.
and it was right on your fence
Yes, but the
line?
posts were actually within the driveway.
Yeah, it
They
ended
were poured
basically
into the original
But the
plan.
the overhang did go to the.
a little bit.
It was
yeah.
a cantilevered over the.
Okay,
the
cause I
post.
kinda remember what the original carport
Yeah, it
looked
was a
like.
nightmare. I couldn't get my truck or her.
We have
that-
pictures of it in their original submission.
Yeah,
It's
it
still
was-
there. It
It
overhangs
was
a
this
little
high.
bit.
It was this high.
Yeah.
Right,
It
no,
overhung
I
a little
was,
bit.
I was
Not
more,
very far,
I was
but
more
The
concerned
window
about the
on the side of
width.
the house was above the car park.
yeah.
That
It was
was
above the
Right.
car. You
Yeah.
couldn't park a car
No,
on
you
it.
couldn't not anymore.
Thank you for coming.
Do you have a copy of those drawings that they send you from Twin
Well,
Cities?
I have to,
Do they
like,
send you kind of
one of them I have to push up
The-
and
you
then
can-
like
what
the
do you
device
use
gets
to lay out
open on the channel.
with the what information do they send you from Twin Cities?
I tell them what I'm going to build, and then they take and send me the stuff for it.
That's what I'm wondering.
Yeah.
What does that look like? What do they tell you? What do they send you? They send you a plan view. They send you sections.
Yes, they actually send me a cut list is what they do. Yeah, they send a cut list is what it is. And I just tell them what we're going to build. And like I said, we do so many of them and everything, we know what to lay it out. We know what we're
Who's
setting.
the company that does it?
Quality building. in the
Quality
city.
building. It's right there.
I've worked with them before.
Yeah, yeah.
They're pretty good at what they do.
Yeah.
They're really pretty good at what they do. Anybody else?
So you got the answers to all of
Yes.
these? And you can type it up and look at it?
Yep.
Cause I really couldn't do that.
Yeah, it's okay. Yeah.
So this is okay. This is I understand what you're saying. I
Yeah.
understand what you're saying. So this drawing here, this is your second one that we
Right.
gave you.
The second one we gave you.
We got 18 on this side, 16 on this side. You know, with the
Correct.
Okay, that is
That's why
that
we
is
wanted
what
to,
it is.
That's what you built. Okay. That's what we were questioning to clarify.
The 12-foot is the house.
Right.
Okay.
The original submission though didn't have this.
Didn't have
that
this
didn't
drawing.
have this,
Okay.
and it didn't have that it was metal and the like. It was still a wood frame structure.
And there was going to be
I
an
think
actual
we got-
shorter entrance in the beginning.
Okay.
We all know that, but whenever they decided to use it for an RV shelter, you're not going to find an RV
No,
shelter
we understand.
anyway.
Yeah,
Anyway,
yeah.
I mean the AC's on them like 13'6".
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean? You can't park an RV under anything short.
So
Right.
how is that gonna complement the house and the structure?
Doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
I know, I'm just
We can't
asking
ask.
him.
We
We
can't
can't-
ask
well,
that.
I'll
We
tell
can't.
you.
It doesn't matter.
You
We
don't-
can't ask.
It's going to be painted identical.
Okay.
Cool.
It's going to be the exact same colors.
Okay.
It's going to be beautiful.
Okay.
It is going to be nice. It's probably going to be the nicest thing within several blocks since they've been redone every square inch of the block. We don't. Yes. We don't normally paint the steel structures. They usually come red iron. But because this house is so nice looking, we decided to paint it black so that it matches the house trim and everything. Usually you have red iron and it just looks like an old RV metal building. We're actually trying to upgrade to the point where it looks nice.
So when you ask about the fascia on
Yes.
it, how deep is that fascia?
It's going to come down to the.
Is it like a skirt or is it just a face?
Is it a
No.
skirt?
It's going to be panel. Our panel.
Okay.
It's going to come all the way down to the 14'6" to the entrance, so there will be a door that is framed in all the way. And then on the other side, neighbor side, there's going to be 6 or 8 foot panels that come all the way down to the top of the fence. The fence is coming down and going to be replaced with an 8-foot privacy fence to close the gap, so that you cannot, you know what I mean, so it kind of hide.
We haven't seen anything.
It
We
makes
haven't
it
seen
a,
anything on that.
Right.
That was never mentioned at
It's a
all.
thought later on, you know, because really, I mean, if you look at the building, it's falling down and everything. So later on, what we were going to do was we replace the fence, is go ahead and make an 8-foot fence. It would actually even hide the structure or anything that he's
And
going to
did
do.
we get your name on the contractor?
He's
You
yeah,
have
he's
it?
Sam.
You have that? Oh, you
Yeah,
do have it?
yeah.
Okay.
Have we ever seen any elevation views of what this thing finally is going to look like?
Just this.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
That's it. All right.
That's
what I was
fine.
wondering.
Except that now there's a
Panel
8-foot
down
panel coming down
Yeah,
the side.
to close this side up. And like I said, the original thought, whenever we discussed this a year ago,
And sir, I
whenever
didn't
it was,
get your name. We're just trying to get
was,
everything over here.
was wood
I know you
structure,
live
but
next
when they
door.
decided, you know, raise it on up, park RVs on it and stuff. You know, you really don't want to have 6x6 posts, 18 foot up in the air with that thing. This is it's an improvement for what they're doing. You know what I mean? You need steel.
I think we have
You need engineered steel.
And I did bring my
From
stuff just
Queen
in case,
City.
so y'all
You
know I
don't
do know what
need
I'm talking about.
low
Not anymore,
6x6
but
posts sitting up here with all that thing there on it. We have
I
pretty
do
good
building
engineers.
permits, building inspections.
You're licensed?
Oh, it's,
Not anymore. I used to
Oh,
be.
okay.
I'm a federal.
and it's not gonna go nowhere. That's a welded structure with
so I know what I'm talking about when it comes to
36
these
inch
laws.
footers underneath every post.
Okay.
Those are 14 pound I-beam, huh?
I'm not too worried about the structure, I'm worried about the roof.
On the things we have.
Had that experience here.
And we got everybody's name so we can have it documented for
Well,
that.
you do know tornadoes, there ain't
Just
nothing you can build to
trying
fix,
to
but
He gave us
that
this
is not,
information.
that's not gonna go nowhere.
Alright, I've got all my answers, my questions answered, so. Not really.
You're more than welcome to call Queen City and ask what their windshield is and everything, but the screws they give us, what they give us is an inch and a half screws that run through them purlins with the rubber
They
gasket.
basically design a kit.
It is a kit. And like I said, it's engineered on their computer, whatever. They tell you what you need. I'm building the exact same thing, 20 foot by 40 foot. It's a hay
We
barn,
live here.
so it's only 12 foot tall.
This is
The 1 foot I-beam,
No, it's not.
that's commercial.
we just tell them what we need. And then they send us the money.
We are here
They
every
engineer
day.
all of it there on.
Alright, this is our last stop before our plots in Oakwood. This was it. This is it.
It was, there was discrepancies
I'm
in
a
trying
good
to get all that
generation and I'm really
lined out.
proud to be from here, but, I just wanna do the right thing.
Sure. We all do.
Oh, yeah. Y'all, hey man, if there's anything I need to change, everybody needs to be.
But I also don't wanna be
Y'all
picked
let me
on.
know.
I mean, if everybody in a golf cart driving by is gonna use their assessment, or that outlet doesn't look like it's in code, don't do it just for me, do
We're
it
not.
for
We're not. We are across the board doing the same
everybody.
thing to everybody, Peggy. We're asking the same questions of everybody.
Or is it that one individual or several individuals come to y'all and has a complaint about whatever, and then
You're-
y'all
the
have to go
question-
into
the-
whatever?
Your neighbor behind
can't.
you tried to put up a storage unit, and we were like, no, you need to go back to the city because you're building
On
in
property you
an
don't own.
alleyway.
It's-
You don't even own.
It's a new structure too.
It's
It was a new structure, too.
Right.
But I'm saying, it's that
It's-
since we are lax or we
It's-
don't have current ordinances, and I know y'all are working hard, and I appreciate it's a volunteer position, you
And
don't
we're
get paid.
we're following what's on the books today.
So I just,
That's all we're asking about.
I just kind of, I don't want to be, I want to follow the rules, but I don't want to be picked on either.
But you're not, Peggy.
I
You're
know.
not being picked on.
I-
We've asked the same question. This came about because the neighbor asked what was being built to see if, saw what was being built, asked if that matched the building permit that was submitted and
I need to
approved.
read that law to you one more time?
No,
No,
please.
Okay.
I just,
You just
And then
admitted
we
it.
saw, it was seen that it didn't match what was there.
I know that.
That's where we went from, because what's approved by the city is what's supposed to be being built.
Right,
And
but I also will caution you this, I know y'all are volunteers and I do appreciate that, but maybe in the future when you do get a permit request, maybe that's the time to ask all these questions, not afterwards after somebody's
Well, we
already.
wouldn't have had the questions
Yeah,
if you'd
yeah.
built a 12-foot high wood
But
structure.
would you have had those same questions or even different questions had she come to you about the existing one that we had, the original permit? I'm just saying,
If you built what was the
Just-
original permit,
No.
it wouldn't have raised the question.
You wouldn't raise the question.
so
If you had a regulation on the height, there wouldn't have this
We're not, all we are asking on the height is what was the height, because we had two different measurements
That does
in
not
the
matter.
I
documentation.
can understand that because
That's all we wanted
it's
was
added
clarification.
on the drawing.
Motion to adjourn.
Yeah.
Second, okay,
Adjourn.
thank
Now,
you.
are y'all gonna go vote on this
We
now?
will discuss it at our 5 o'clock meeting tonight to make a determination. Yes.
Okay,
Oh, y'all go where I'd start working.
Y'all need to call me, you can hold me.
It still has to be approved ultimately by council.
What laws have they broke?